lack of self-improvement. My first argument to support this is government supports education. Investments in schoolings are often regarded as essential for economic development, implying that such investments have a high rates of return in developing countries. According to the article, Schooling Skills and the Returns to Government Investment in Education posted on eric.edu.com on October 30th of 2008, written by Ian Leahy, states that Finland, Italy, France, Japan, the United States, Canada, etc. lie great examples of countries that support subsidizes public education with great academic standards. Without government's help, people cannot improve either in education or in their social statuses. For example, someone poor that studies in a public schools that are financed by the presidency. Therefore, government does not pull back someone from improving their self. According to dictionarybabylon.com, public education is education mandated for or offered to their children of the general public by the government, whether national, regional, or local, provided by an institution of civil government and paid for, in a whole in part by taxes. Also, according to PISA, Program for International Students Assessments, evaluations taken in 30 countries from the OCDE in 13 countries, Finland is one of the greatest worldwide educational systems. Written on May 10th of 2005 by Tino Fernandez, Finland is one of the countries that has radically taken away illiteracy, and most of the education is public. Therefore, only 1% is private education in the whole country. Education is one of the main factors that make people improve, so without education, people cannot improve. Therefore, government paternalism does not interfere and is not the cause for society's lack of self-improvement. Thank you.
Are you aware that liberal paternalism isn't designed to liberate individuals from their rotational tendencies?
Yes.
Do you know that all bonuses can affect taxes?
Yes.
Does society depend too much on bonuses?
Yes.
Are you aware that people can do from any of their bonus whatever they want?
Yes.
And itself, but the greatest of all reflections of human nature. If men were angels, no government would be necessary. If angels were government men, neither external nor internal controls on government would be necessary. Good morning, my name is Maria Lorena Barroseta, and I'm here to support your resolution. Government paternalism, indeed, is the cause for society's lack of self-improvement. My argument to support this is, government paternalism affects society's liberty. According to es.bay.la.com, paternalism is a policy or practice of treating people or governing people in a fairly manner, especially by providing for their needs without giving them rights or responsibilities. In public health, the power of government to regulate individual behaviors must be carefully balanced against the ultimate goal of promoting the common good, namely the health and well-being of the population so governed. According to the article, paternalism at the tipping point. When is government justified? Written by Brad Wright, posted on August 25 of 2009 on healthpolicyanalysis.com. Government should only limit individuals' actions if those actions have the potential to harm another. Paternalism if the benefits to societies far outweigh the cost to the individual, and even more, accepting the view of paternalism considers any risk to the individual to pose the risk to another, and therefore has redefined the anti-paternalism stance to include a wide variety of government interventions to promote the common good. My opponent might say that government paternalism can never be harmful to the society, but if government becomes too intrusive, critics assert that the government has become paternalistic. That is, government claims to know what is better for the individual than the individual him or herself, and passes laws with the intended effect of modifying individual behaviors, such as they align with this right view. Malcolm Gladwell's best-selling book, The Tipping Point, seems to suggest, albeit indirectly, that the dividing line between the individual and the society is nearly imperceptible. The individual's freedom and society's common good, but a balance that means the difference between a state of equilibrium and one of exponential growth. Good outcomes, just as bad outcomes, depending on how it is controlled or allowed to run free. My opponent might say that any public health intervention which will benefit the society is wholly worthy of implementation. Said another way, the government doesn't care the freedom of the individual just to accomplish their job. regardless of the cost to the individual's freedom. According to the article, the gap between wanting and liking explain government paternalism, posted on winton-bates.blogspot.com, posted on August 28 of 2008, written by Winton Bates. If incentives to make good decisions increase the quality of decision making, then private decisions should be better than public decisions. Government decision makers do not care as much of the individual's well-being as the individual himself does. Thank you very much. Not all of them.
Do you agree with me that using these bonuses people will be encouraged to work?
Not necessarily.
Do you agree with me that paternalism government have benefits?
I specify the countries.
You see?
Is libertarian paternalism. Yes.
Are you aware of the welfare policies that have put million people in Australia
In what year?
in present year?
They haven't been established in this year.
The care of human life, happiness, and not their destruction is the first and only object of good government. Thomas Jefferson. Good morning, my name is Ivana Yunes. I'm from negative science, so I strongly support the resolution. Government paternalism is a cause for society's lack of self-improvement. And my argument is, democratic government are also paternalistic. Alexander Walcott, an American critic and commentator for New Yorker magazine, said, "I'm tired of hearing it say that democracy doesn't work. Of course it doesn't work. We're supposed to work it." According to Hillel University of Humanistic Studies, in January 21, 2004, published, "What means democracy? First, a political system for choosing and replacing the government through free and fair elections. Second, the active participation of the people as citizens in political and civic life. Third, protection of human rights of all citizens. And fourth, a rule of law in which the law's procedures apply equally to all citizens." According to those sources, that their government be limited secure for their people, but that doesn't mean that it has to be weak. Viewed over a long course of history, democracy do indeed appear fragile and few, even from the vantage point of the decade democracy resurgence. Democracies have by no means immune to tide of history. They have collapsed from political failure, succumbed to internal divisions, and destroyed for foreign invasions. But democracy have also demonstrated remarkable resiliency over time, and have shown that with commitment and informed dedication of their citizens, they can overcome several economic hardships, reconcile social ethnic division, and when necessary prevail time of war. Democracies have recently been overthrown or gradually state a number of key states, including Nigeria, Russia, Thailand, Venezuela, and most recently Bangladesh and Philippines. Even in many of the countries seen success stories as Chile, Ghana, Poland, and South Africa. All countries I mentioned are good improvement and they are paternalistic. So paternalism of a country that doesn't have any cause for society's lack of self-improvement. My opponent might say that undemocratic government are better than democratic ones. But what means undemocratic? That means that it's not a country or government with democratic beliefs. As you can see, the undemocratic states are unstable and harmful, while democratic states are stable with problems, but they can solve it. As I say, democracy doesn't work by itself. We are supposed to work it. As George Washington said, government is not a reason, it's not eloquent, it is a force, like fire. It's a dangerous servant and fearful master. Thank you.
Are you aware of the money bonuses Ecuadorian government gives to society?
Yes.
Are you aware of the cost?
Yes.
Did you know that a number of sexually abused Australian children are on welfare?
No.
Do you know the percent of people who use this bonus for personal benefits? Are you aware that citizens do not use the bonus correctly?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Are you aware that citizens do not use the bonus correctly?
No, sorry.